Following are the balance sheet of Messrs L and O who shares profit and losses equally. See what it means कि जो भी Messrs L and O है, they are both the partners are sharing the profit and losses equally. Okay, fine. So we will, this information will help us to divide the profit as well as reserves equally among the partners. Okay, this is they are saying for the first firm. And Messrs P and A are sharing the profit and losses in the ratio of 2:1. So ठीक है, जब second firm का posting करेंगे that at that time we will see that their ratio is 2:1. ठीक है, so in this we have a two ratios which is given. One is equal, another one they have given as 2:1. So be careful while writing the sum. फर्स्ट जो भी फॉर्म होगा उसका इक्वली डिवाइड करना, जो सेकेंड फॉर्म होगा उसके लिए टेक द रेशियो ऑफ 2:1. नाउ liabilities are given. Creditors, bills payable. Tell me, this two are your internal liability or external liability? Creditors and bills payable. Yes, it is the external liability. Correct. Bank loan. Bank loan, again a bank loan, it is an external liability. So class, we all know that we only record the external liability while in the purchase consideration as well as in the realization account. Now Mrs. O's loan, ठीक है, अब Mrs. O ने हमें लोन दिया है. So this is again, now we have a partner L and O and this is Mrs. O's loan. तो ठीक है, जो ओ होगी उसकी वाइफ ने हमें लोन दिया है ऑफ 5,000 रुपीज. सो व्हाट वी यूज टू डू, इफ वी हैव इनफ ऑफ कैश वी यूज टू गिव दिस लोन. ये जो भी लोन का अमाउंट है वो हमें कैश से पे कर देते थे. तो वी विल सी इफ दे हैव गिवन एनी ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन. तो ठीक है, नहीं दिया है तो हम उसको कैश में से लेस करके रीपे कर देंगे. देन वी हैव अ जनरल रिजर्व 6,000 and 12,000. नाउ जो एल एन ओ का जनरल रिजर्व होगा दैट विल बी डिवाइडेड इक्वली. ये इक्वली मीन्स 3,000 3,000 एंड ये जो 12,000 का रिजर्व है दैट विल बी डिवाइडेड इन द रेशियो ऑफ 2:1. ठीक है, सो इट वुड बी 8,000 and 4,000. ठीक है, रिमेंबर दिस वन थिंग, जनरल रिजर्व and the capital balances of the partner we record in the partner's capital account credit side. Now next is profit and loss. देखो previous time का profit and loss has been given. The profit which has been given is 5,000 and the for the another firm it is given as 4,000. So what class you will be just a minute class. My battery was low. Where were we? So what I was telling that for profit and loss, what we will be doing? For profit and loss, we will be doing only one thing. We will be dividing this amount in the profit sharing ratio. And as I have already told you, कि अगर profit हुआ तो भी कौन share करेगा? Partners will share. And if it is loss, then also it will be borne by a partners. So profit and the loss जो भी है, that will go in the partners capital account in the ratio which has been given in the sum. So for L and O, you will divide it equally. That is, this 5,000 will be divided equally. 2,500, 2,500. And this 4,000 you will divide in the ratio of 2:1. Okay? And this will be recorded in the partner's capital account. Next are the capital balances of the partners. So capital balances directly we post in the partner's capital account credit side. So this was all about the liabilities. Now we have to focus on the assets. Now first thing which has been given in the assets is cash at bank. Then we have investment, debtors, machinery, goodwill, furniture and fixtures and building. If they have given us the revised value of this, तो हम क्या करेंगे? उसको purchase consideration में लिखेंगे. If the revised value is not given, तो what we will be doing this? उसको book value पर लेके purchase consideration में लिखेंगे. ठीक है? तो एक तो purchase consideration में it will be helpful for us to make the purchase consideration if the revised value is given, एंड सेकेंडली इसका क्या इफेक्ट होगा, वी विल ट्रांसफर दिस असेट्स इन द बुक वैल्यू इन द रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट, मतलब ओल्ड फर्म की बुक्स में हम असेट्स को ट्रांसफर कर देंगे एट द बुक वैल्यू. So students, if you have any of the doubt till here, then just let me know. Both the firms decided to amalgamate and form a new firm by the name Lopa. ठीक है. Now we have a new firm का name which has already been given. So while preparing a new firm account, we will be giving the heading, the name of the new firm, name as Lopa. Following additional information is provided to implement the process of amalgamation. Now, apart from this information, they have also given us some other information. Let's see what is the information which is given. The very first information is investment were taken over at 5% less than the book value for both the firms. So whatever the amount would be there, उसका क्या करोगे, लेस कर दोगे उसमें से 5%, and whatever would be the net amount that you will be writing down in the purchase consideration. Furniture and fixtures of L and O. Remember, they are saying just for an one company. एक ही firm के लिए ये बोल रहे हैं. Was taken at the book value. ठीक है, तो हम purchase consideration में L and O के लिए book value लिखेंगे. And that of P and A were valued at 27,000. एंड जो सेकेंड फर्म था उसका जो बुक वैल्यू उसका जो वैल्यू दिया है रिवाइज्ड वैल्यू दैट कम्स टू 27,000. So these two amounts we will be writing down in the column of furniture while preparing the purchase consideration. Cash at bank was not taken over by a new firm. Now see, अब तक के जितने भी फर्म ये किए थे उसमें सब में कैश एंड बैंक was been taken over by a partners. But if you see in this sum, this cash and bank is not taken over by the a new firm. This will be taken over by the old firms, मतलब old firms ही करेगा. So what we will do when like this information is there, we will prepare a cash का account. ठीक है, we will prepare cash bank account and हम cash bank account में जो भी हमें pay off करना है. Now what we pay from the cash, we pay the bank का loan and we can pay the O का Mrs. A का loan from the cash. So we can write down this loan, we can pay this loan from the cash. तो कैश बैंक अकाउंट जब लिखेंगे तब हम क्या कर देंगे, बैंक लोन एंड मिसेस ओ का लोन वी विल ट्रांसफर इट अप. ठीक है, एंट्री विल बी लोन अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट. ओके, एंट्री विल बी this whatever the loan is, that bank loan account or Mrs. O's loan debit to cash and bank. Okay, this will be the journal entry. Now next, machinery of L and O was to be appreciated. Now what do you mean by word appreciated? The value has increased. ठीक है, appreciated means the value of increase. So you have to increase the value of machinery by 20% for L and O, and for P and A you will appreciate by 15%. Again I am repeating, appreciation means increase in the value of the assets. Assets की value बढ़ गई तो 20% का जो amount तुम लोगों को मिलेगा, that you will add up in the this machinery का amount. Okay, and net amount you will be writing down in the purchase consideration. RDD should be created at 5% on debtors. ठीक है, जो भी डेटर्स होगा उसके ऊपर 5% of RDD कैलकुलेट करेंगे. We will subtract that RDD from the debtors and net amount we will be writing down in the cash. And even you have another option, directly you can write down RDD in the liability side, only the amount of RDD. Okay, either ways are correct. जो भी वे से तुम लोगों को जाना है जा सकते हो. डायरेक्टली डेटर्स में से सबट्रैक्ट करके नेट अमाउंट लिखो असेट साइड पर, या तो सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज राइट द बुक वैल्यू ऑफ द डेटर विच इज गिवन इन द सम इन द असेट साइड, और जो भी आरडीडी का जो अमाउंट आया दैट यू कैन राइट इट डाउन इन द लायबिलिटी साइड. एंड दिस टू बी कैलकुलेटेड फॉर बोथ द फर्म्स. डेटर्स पे आरडीडी दोनों फर्म्स के लिए एप्लीकेबल होगा. Bad debts for AN. Now apart from RDD we also have a bad debts of 3,000 rupees which we have to charge for A and P. So what you will do, जो भी debtors का amount है, from that first you will deduct the bad debts का amount. देखो debtors का amount कितना है 22,000. From 22,000 you subtract the bad debts first. तो 3,000 subtract हो जाएगा तो you will get 19,000. Now on 19,000 you charge the RDD. Okay. On 19,000 you will be charging the RDD. The value of goodwill was fixed at 30,000 for each of the firm. So दोनों फर्म के लिए हम परचेज कंसिडरेशन में गुडविल कितना लिखेंगे? 30,000, 30,000. Next is unrecorded instrument of L and O are valued at 12,000. Unrecorded instrument मतलब हमने अपने asset side पे ये instruments को record नहीं किया. Let's see on the asset side. Find it out. Is there any unrecorded instrument which has been given over here? No. नहीं दिया है, इसके लिए तो word they have used unrecorded. So they have not recorded. Now we have to record this. ठीक है? So when we will be preparing the purchase consideration, we will be recording this unrecorded instrument on the asset side. And what is the amount which has been given? Amount given is 12,000 rupees. And this was taken over by the new firm. इसका मतलब ये हम realization account में नहीं रखेंगे. ये कहाँ पर हम सिर्फ record करेंगे? This we will be recording only and only in the purchase consideration asset side पर. The new firm took only the creditors and the bills payable of both the firms. ठीक है, न्यू फर्म सिर्फ यही दो लायबिलिटीज लेके जा रहा है, एक क्रेडिटर्स और एक बिल्स पेबल. इसके अलावा क्या बोल रहा है? जितनी भी दूसरी लायबिलिटीज है दैट विल बी टेकन ओवर बाय द न्यू फर्म एंड इट विल बी पेड इन फुल बाय द ओल्ड फर्म. मतलब इसके अलावा देखो, क्रेडिटर्स एंड बिल्स पेबल के अलावा वी ओनली हैव टू अदर लायबिलिटीज, दैट इज बैंक का लोन एंड ओ का लोन. Okay, that is O ka loan and bank ka loan. Only we have these two liabilities with us. So this will not be taken over by the new firm. Old partners इसको क्या कर देंगे? Pay off कर देंगे. And ये जो भी देखना है वो किसको देखना है? Old firm को देखना है. So as I told you, which account will be prepared for this? Cash bank account. You will have to prepare a cash bank account. And since this time जो भी कैश है वो नया फर्म नहीं लेके जा रहा है, so this time what will be the sequence for closing the accounts? Just class write it down, the sequence for closing the account. First you will be closing the realization account. Second you will be closing the cash bank account. तो तुम लोग पूछोगे मैम कल हमने सबसे पहले कैश बैंक अकाउंट क्यों किया था? क्योंकि कल वाला जो सम था उसमें जो कैश था वो न्यू फर्म लेके जा रहा है. अभी ये वाले सम में जो भी कैश है दैट हैज टू बी सेटल ऑफ अमंग द ओल्ड पार्टनर्स. तो पहले वो कैश को सेटल करेंगे and वो जो balance आएगा that we will transfer in the partners capital account. So this time the second account which will be closed will be your cash and bank account. Third account that will be closed will be your partners capital account. और सबसे last हम जो close करेंगे वो कौन सा account होगा? New firm account. ठीक है? Remember the sequence for this sum. Okay, you do not have to mug up. Understand the difference. What was the difference between yesterday's sum and the today's sum? Okay, now let's read the last line what they are asking us to prepare. You are required to prepare the ledger accounts to close the books of both the old firms. So ledger accounts prepare करना है, दोनों की books को ये करने हैं, close करना है. So which all accounts will be prepared, and you also have to prepare a new balance sheet. So I just told you कौन कौन से account बनेंगे? Realization account, partners capital account, new firm account and cash and bank account. These four accounts will be prepared in both the books, L and O as well as P and A. Apart from this four, you have to prepare one purchase consideration, statement for purchase consideration, and the last one which you are going to prepare will be the new firm ka balance sheet. ठीक है? Any doubt till here?